Holy shit. We're back. How do you account for that? Anyway, it's August, what is it, 14th?
Yeah. 14th, yeah.
2012, and a lot of fans, a lot of subscribers, or at least one I know of, has been clamoring for more, and
yes.
Here's more. So we're here to, we got cut short last time on our Nightmare reviews. We intended to go all the way and do this one, but we ran out of time, so now we are going to do the last in the Nightmare on Elm Street movies that exist right now, the dreaded Nightmare on Elm Street remake, reboot. I call it Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't talk about it at all, so I actually don't call it anything, but if I did talk about it, I'd call it Nightmare on Elm Street 2010.
Yeah.
It come out 2010?
2009?
April 2010.
2010, yeah, he's right.
In time for Easter. So I wanted to do an intro and say thanks. We got some subscribers, actually some more, since the last batch of reviews. I wanted to say thank you to them. Thank you to the old subscribers. Thanks for everyone for watching. And now I'm going to hand this review over to this guy here, Genius.
Oh my god, so the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, which, you know, I was kind of okay with, like, when I first heard about it. I was like, I really like the original one, as you can check out that review. Like, if any horror movie franchise were warranted a remake, Nightmare ones, I think, were, just because special effects weren't really there at the time. Those movies were really ambitious.
And yeah, they were special effects driven because they're dreams.
Yeah, and they're special effects driven dreams, so, like, I was like, you know what? You go back, remake that first movie. Like, I'm sure if Wes had the opportunity to, like 10 years ago or something, go back and remake his first movie with the budget and digital technology he had now, he would have been like, okay, yeah, sure, give me that same cast, let's do this. Obviously, that wasn't going to happen. So anyway, like, I was kind of accepting of that. I was like, of the idea, and I was like, all you need to do is take that script, perfectly written script, just take that, film it again, modern setting, get nice special effects thrown in there, good cast, beautiful movie. And then I heard Jackie Earle Haley was cast as Freddie, and I was like, you know what? He's a great choice. That dude sounds like Freddie. He kind of looks like him anyway. Like he's great choice.
Wasn't Billy Bob Thornton?
Billy Bob Thornton was another one, and I was like, you know what? He's a really good choice as well. And so I was fine with the casting, and then I saw the movie, and the movie is absolute garbage. It is hands down the worst of the Nightmare franchise, without question.
What about Platinum Dunes ranking?
And it's pretty low on that too. It's better than Friday the 13th, but just barely. The movie is just complete garbage. The filmmaker, you could tell, wasn't a fan even of, and I think he said on record he hadn't really even been a huge.
So let's get him to do it.
Yeah, no idea why they got him to do that. And there are a few scenes that are homages to the original one, and it's like he hadn't even seen them, and he was just told, like, here are storyboards, shoot this.
Yeah, that
like
scene where Nancy's in the tub. It's just like it's 5 seconds long.
5 seconds like, out of nowhere, doesn't do anything.
It does it, goes away, and then that's it. Next scene. It's like what?
Yeah, and then it's just so bad. The acting in the movie is so bad. And then there's
no one has smile muscles. I don't think there's one smile from anyone in that whole movie.
And what's weird is, like, I've seen Rooney Mara in other movies.
And that's who? Nancy?
Yeah, Nancy. She's good. She was in The Social Network. She was in...
she was the one at the beginning.
Yeah, she was in The Social Network. She's in Girl with Your Dragon Tattoo. She's a good actress. Wow, that was, like, the most bland performance. Oh no, Freddie's coming. I gotta stay away. Like, that was...
Oh, he raped me, damn it.
Yeah, like, that was the extent of her emotional, like, tether in that movie. It was really bad. And then there's, like, there's a lot of scenes that just flat out don't make sense. And now you can argue it's fantasy, whatever.
Well, yeah.
But the guy is on YouTube, and he's like, alright, you gotta stay awake. You can't. And then all of a sudden he just flies at the camera, and he's dead. Who the hell uploaded that video? Did Freddie take the time afterwards to just be like, hold on, send?
I've actually never uploaded directly from webcam. I don't know how that works. If you have to do, I imagine you have to hit stop.
Yeah, you'd have to. Like,
maybe when you hit the camera's hand, hit stop or upload.
It's terrible. I mean, I was just like, come on. And I remember I started laughing really hard in the theater. I went to see,
Oh,
I
you
was so
saw it in the
excited.
theater.
I went to see the midnight showing of this with all my friends, because all of us are hardcore Freddie nuts. And we all came out. I even got one of my friends who never has done a midnight showing before. He will not do them. He was such a fan. He's like, all right, we're going to this. And he just came out like,
oh, I'm tired.
I'm ready to go home. And he was just like so sunken. And so yeah, I'm gonna give this movie. Doesn't deserve it, but I'll give it 1. It had a couple of visual tricks that I kind of dug, like when.
Well, I like that one bit in that store or whatever when it's like the micro things. So Freddie's coming at you, and then it's dream, and then it's store and dream. That element was kind of cool.
Neat.
I don't know how I feel about the micro sleep.
I didn't really buy into it,
No,
but
right.
but like
Micro nap or whatever.
It was kind of an interesting idea, and it allowed for like Freddie could just appear at any second. But Freddie was terribly used. He didn't look scary. The makeup, like I suppose it looked kind of more realistic.
It was probably kind of like.
But
more
it didn't
realistic.
look scary. The idea of Freddie was that he was supposed to be just terrifying to look at. And yeah, the burn makeup is more real, but it's not scary. I like the freshly burned, not the I'm healed, because he was already dead by that point. Wouldn't he just be freshly burned? So that bothered me. And then also, like, he had one scene that was Freddie-like, and that was when he's like, "Why are you screaming? I haven't even cut you yet." Like, that part was the only part that was like really Freddie. Everything else, he was just like, I don't know. It just didn't work for me. I liked that they wanted to do a darker Freddie, and he wasn't making jokes, but it didn't pan out at all in the slightest. And so, as I said, it doesn't deserve it. I'm giving it 1 star. I don't know why I'm feeling generous today, but.
Yeah, you pretty much just said exactly what I'd have to say, not to be a lazy reviewer, but you know, one thing I kind of was surprised at the beginning when it started, I kind of liked the beginning in that diner, and that the rain, and that the atmosphere of the diner, and the fact that he fell asleep at the diner, and he's like walking around, and I like that. He's like, oh, and Freddie cuts his hand, and he wakes. I mean, I was like really surprised when it started, because I kind of liked that diner beginning, because it was like, and I think it said Springwood, I don't know, Diner or something like that. You know, and it felt like Nightmare on Elm Street in a way. I mean, not the first movie, but like the
franchise.
The franchise, yeah. And I'm like, wow, this is impressive. Maybe Platinum Dudes are getting better at it.
That wasn't even the original opening. The original opening took place at a party, and some dude was up on the roof, and he was having one of those micro dream things apparently, and he just falls and to his death is squished dead. And that was to introduce like all the main characters and whatnot. From what I've read online, I haven't seen it. Apparently, the footage exists somewhere. If I cared, I could probably find it on YouTube.
If I cared.
But it tested so poorly, they went and reshot it with that that diner sequence. And the dude in that diner sequence is one of the main characters in the Twilight franchise. And Twilight had come out and been hugely popular, so they're like, let's capitalize. Let's give him more to do. And oddly enough, that's the best stuff in the movie. Is that not in terms of how it's executed or anything, just the look of it. Looks like
to me it felt like Nightmare on Elm Street universe.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I was surprised, and I was like, you know, but then it just the movie just devolved. And like I say, everyone. That's one of my big problems with horror movies now. Is it's just like everyone's just like, this is a perfect example of it where. The whole mood of the whole movie is just like mysterious and depressing and dark, and it's like, because you're a horror movie, it doesn't mean, like, look at the first Nightmare on Elm Street with the jokes and its normality. There's not enough room on your joint for 4 letters, and I mean, it's because it's a horror movie doesn't mean that you have to be just depressed the whole time.
No, exactly. Like, real people are funny. Like like when they interact with each other.
Even if they die later.
Yeah, they're gonna have a sense of humor. They're gonna talk. They're gonna, like, even if it's only one guy that's funny, everybody knows somebody who's funny. Like, you're gonna have somebody who's making jokes and whatnot. But like in all of the movies that seem to have come out recently, Nightmare on Elm Street seems to be the best example, because I don't seem to remember anybody having a personality in that movie.
It's like they're the characters on this page, and then here they are. We're gonna put it on the screen. But where is the humanity? I mean, there's nothing. It's just like,
And another actor in the movie that I really like is Kyle Gallner, who was the lead male, the romantic interest for Nancy in the movie. He makes it all the way to the end. He is so bad in that movie.
I know.
And I really like him. He's done a lot of really good work. But that, like, I was just shocked at how it takes good quality actors and it just screws with them. And the only one who gave a decent performance was Katie Cassidy, I think, who was the blonde who is tormented by Freddie throughout the first quarter of the movie. The Tina character.
Yeah.
I think they call her something different.
Yeah.
That's David Cassidy's daughter. Fun fact.
Who's David Cassidy?
70s icon, music icon.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so yeah, I did not like it.
We'll just end it right there.
Yeah.
I think 1 star for me as well. It's only because pretty much of that diner scene.
Yeah.
And in some of those cool, moments that I thought were cool and new, where it was, like I say, I don't know about the micro sleep, but where it was like going from sleep to dream to sleep to dream was kind of a cool idea. 1 star. Screw you, remakes. Thanks for watching. Oh, yeah, I can do that.
High five.
Just like he does that to the kid in a New Nightmare.
Yeah,
It's shing, and they put like a shing.
Yeah.
It's like, is that a real metal glove? That's not really safe to do with it.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for watching.
Take care.
Why are you screaming? I haven't got you yet.
Oh yeah, we had to do our...
Well, you did it. But,
yeah, I suppose.
But I got to do it official. Now we're going to start the lawnmower back there, so that'll be fun. Thanks for watching.